Hi. Welcome to my weird stream of coughing and hacking because I have a dry throat. There we go. I don't know if I can mute this when I'm coughing. We can try. Turns out I can. Hello? I think I'm on. Turns out I can. Hello? Okay. I think I'm ready. Very slow ready, but I'm ready. All right. I'm not sure if I'm streaming this the right way. Hey, Makayo. Hi, how are you? Ruin Star, hello. Hello, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get my cameras like, whoops. That was me. Ruin Star, have we met? Hello, Makayo. It's so good to see you again. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just trying really hard to get my camera not to fall over, but that's as good as it's going to get. It'll be kind of upset. Have we met? I don't recall your name. Maybe so. But I hope we get to know each other. So how are ya? And what are you up to today? I am attempting a sunset at this point. I've got my tape, trusty tape. Oh, I forgot to turn on my light. Actually, I forgot to plug it in. There's so many things. Yeah. Well, I was rearranging my art room today. I was clearing out some space, making more room. I got all excited, went out to dinner and came back and walked in and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I redid everything. And so, needless to say, I mean, slow start. I start with 6 people and then I go down to 12 people and then it went down to 6. I've been on mute this whole time. Oh my gosh, thank you. No wonder nobody's answering me. Thanks, Rich. It's so nice that you let me know that. Thank you. Can you hear me now? I feel like a freaking what do you call it? Commercial. You know, that Verizon. Yeah, I started out with 11 people and probably no one could hear me. And I'm like, oh, well, I lost them pretty fast. Well, anyway, it showed 11 people. And this is going to be a darker teal as it goes back. I like it a little bit darker. So how are you doing, Rich? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I hope you're better. I always hope you're doing well. I really do. An awesome person in my life. Okay, I'm going to do a little more in the sunset. Just because I need a little deeper color. And I might actually just use my red here, my red watercolor pencil. Yeah, there we go. Can you hear me now? Hello? You can hear me. Oh, thank Jesus. Someone's got to hear me. I'm talking to myself for 20 minutes. It's a great way to start a stream. Unprepared and silent mode. Had several click-throughs already. I'll put in a little bit more blue over here. And some purple. I love purple. This is like a reddish kind of a purple. And then I really need some more orange in here. I think orange here and here. And a little bit more purple over here. And we'll get that wet. You can see the color changing. I think I hit mute because I was coughing so much. I hear you well now, and you're okay. I'm glad to hear that. Very glad, actually. And yeah, I started out with like a lot of people. I think I had like 14 people, but little did I know I was on mute. I was mutated. Like a Star Trek, Star Wars, or some kind of a fantasy type. Ooh, check that out. Starting to blend in nice there. And let's add our little bit more blue down here. And then we're going to add our purple. Dark, dark, dark purple for our night sky. And which one's darker? Maybe this one? No, this one looks darker, doesn't it? Yeah, so Raw Round said, can you draw me? And I don't know if you're still here or not. Welcome. Thank you for popping by. Sorry, I was on mute. And I could draw anybody and everybody. I honestly don't ignore people. I just either don't see you or I'm on mute. All right, so I think maybe just a teeny bit more yellow right along this area. And I'm using these awesome palette. I got to get more watercolors because I really enjoy these little, they're more intense colors. And I don't really know the brand of these. I just know they work very well for bright coloring and quick. And I didn't tell my sister I was going to stream. I didn't think of her tonight, unfortunately. Sorry, sister. All right, so we got to get our, let that dry a little bit, not too much. And I think maybe spray some, we'll spray a few stars on there while we're waiting for that to dry. I'll just find my acrylic paint. I redid my art room. I was so excited. I had a lot of help with it. And then I went and had dinner, came back to stream, and I realized everything's moved around. So I'm trying to find, which is great because I had a big twin bed in here. And, oops. And it took up a lot of room. And I rarely, if ever, have any company. So it's not going to be quite like this. It'll be different. But yes, so I moved everything around and didn't have time to play with it or enjoy it or nothing like that. So right now is my playing and enjoying time. And I am going to use acrylic paint for this sky up here because I think acrylic paint really shows up better on watercolor. And basically it's kind of watercolor. I'm building up a stack of colors because I want this to float down just a teeny bit. I'm shaking up this. So we're going to do some stars here. And then we're going to throw in some flowers here in just a teeny bit. I think just, oops. There. All right. The stars are best done with a toothbrush, but I do not have a toothbrush on me. So another way someone told me I could do it is with a fan brush. Here's a little fan brush, like so. And a stick, part of your brush. And you want your water, your paint very, very wet. And move all of this back. Cover that up. Actually, it won't matter if it's on the water or not because it'll just look like little. Am I doing this right? I feel like I'm hitting everything but my paper. I can feel it hitting my leg. Doing something wrong. I'm giving myself a nice paint job. All right. So that was fun. The other thing you can do too, I found out watching other painters, is you can use your gel pen. Gonna make sure it works. And has lots of gel in it. And then you can just draw your own little, whoops, I think there's a hair on it or something. Draw your own little stars. And it works better after you let this dry, but I'm just going to throw a couple in here just for fun. And then we'll let that dry and we'll go back to the little stars. Yeah, so if you were on here earlier and I didn't respond, please know it was only because I was on mute. I'm really not a rude hole. Well, I can be, but not to you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, I have 2 pencils, which I don't need. A brush, which I don't need. Eraser, gel pen, I do need. Okay, now we're going to take off our tape. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's why I should have put in a little bit of base paint first. So I didn't rip up my picture. But I've done this before, and not to spare, if you rip your paper when you're taking the tape off, it's paper. It's gonna stick down usually. We'll use a little bit of watercolor. I just stuck my fingers in the wet paint. Anyway, it should stick down there. It's kind of like paper mache, you know? And you just kind of like paper mache that shit down there like that. You can glue it. Nice. More yellow. And we'll come back to that. I'm keeping the lids on because the paint that is wet, I want to keep wet. And now, this is probably going to pop up when if I tape this now because it's so loose, it'll probably pop up. So I'm going to use my ruler, cheat number 2. You can go it just freehand, but here's the line here and here's the line here. So that's going to be our line, and we're going to try real hard to have a nice little line there. This will be really cool. And a little bit of water. So, Rich, what's the weather like up there today? My light still isn't working. Oh, I unplugged everything when I redid my room. What does that go to? That goes to here. Oh. There we go. That's for the table. Now I just got to find the light. This one's a table. Is that one the light? Maybe the light bulb's out. Oh, that would suck. Ah, there. Can you see that better? Hopefully. And part of my love of water is teal. So I'm going to put some dark teal in with this blue. And try to get it nice. And even as possible. And doing this freehand is a little scarier than just having the tape there to protect you. Protect your lines. I'm actually using green. Why am I using green? That'll be for our flowers later. Supposed to be using teal. Cold, windy, and starting to snow again. Oh, you're kidding. Why? You know, that's the thing about New York. It's never-ending winters, you know? They're always going. They're just like, it loves to be cold there. It's colder there than in Alaska a lot of times. For reals. I keep doing green. How am I going to stop doing that? Maybe if I turn it this way, yeah, I'll put my hand over it and then I won't see it. So I just want that teal. That's better. More teal. And then the dark teal over here. Kind of like that green. It's fun when you kind of put colors where you didn't expect them to be, but it turns out nice. You know? I like it. Very nice indeed. And we're letting that dry up there while we get our little base water down here. Nice and teal. What makes the water teal? Anybody know? Like in the tropics. And there's the blue I wanted. A little bit of blue. And we're going to go for the light blue. Yeah, okay. There we go. I know. Like I didn't stream last night. I'm debating if I should even keep streaming on Mondays because I don't know. There's really like 4 people that might turn out. So it's like, I don't know. I'm usually really tired on a Monday. Today's Tuesday, so not so much. You know, not so much. Been better, been worse. Throw some magenta in here. Oh, it's gorgeous. Love it. Love it. Love magenta. Cannot go wrong with that color. Not one little bit. Love it. Just goes with everything. Makes it more colorful. Okay, I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you can see it maybe in a little better detail, maybe. Tell me what you think about that. And now our flowers. I really love, what do you call them? Like plumerias. And plumerias are a beautiful flower. Usually white, they can be pink, just different colors. And plumerias, let's see if I can outline it with some colored pencil. We're gonna have some colored pencil here. Hey, Jones, what up? Good to see you. saying hi, and you can hear me okay, right? I had the darn thing on mute for a while. I started coughing. I didn't think anyone wanted to hear it, and I just left it on mute. Ooh, because I'm fun like that.